Right.
Marriage.
Honestly, I've been like shitting myself all day,
Why?
because I'm not a very good talker,
really?
which isn't great to be.
You are a
Neither
good
am I,
talker,
to
but
be
just
honest.
don't think. You need to
You're
forget
the
that
talker of us then.
Oh mate, I'm a sales guy. Aren't I?
Yeah, that's what I've picked you because I know you'll chat bollocks.
And very well.
That's
but
what
yeah.
salesmen do.
Right, I just need to.
Well, that's pretty cool. You got cue cards. I like your style.
It's just
What's this
notes.
for then? It's just like to like promote your business.
It's
or
not really
like-
to promote business. It's just sort of. I kind of want to have it so future brides and that can come to this page sort of thing and then have it so they'll go, oh right, that's a good idea.
Yes.
That's like, oh, I didn't think about it like that, or something like just something that you've done with your wedding that people might not have done or they already know.
Well, do you know what though? It's a massive fucking industry. So many people. Like if someone had told us some bits before that we now know, it would have genuinely helped us out.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually a really valid thing. You never know, it might go bananas.
So I'm literally just going to jump straight in. So like it was just planning, like when you were planning it, how stressful was it?
Well, fairly. I think the most stressful thing was when the date had to get changed.
Well, I mean, it was COVID time.
Because of COVID.
All COVID, yeah.
But I'm actually like not, you know, I'm a really good planner though, aren't I? I like planning. I'd be a good.
Should we just get Chris out of this?
Not blowing your own
no, but I haven't.
was gonna say
I just just took it on, didn't I? I was like, right, I've got to get this date changed.
Well,
I made a list of things that needed to be done and stuff.
Well, it's funny when you first asked the question. I was like, well, you know, how stressful was it planning it? For me, not a lot because I didn't really have.
Which
an awful lot
it is probably 80% of the time.
Traditional, a man.
It is a manly thing. Just I've got to get my suits done.
Pay for the damn thing.
I've had a few like grooms that have been like they've been more into it.
I think that certain role. I don't know. Did I do any? Thinking back, did I even do anything really? I don't think I did anything.
To be honest, I probably wouldn't have let you if I'm being completely honest.
And there it is.
No, but only because I just enjoy like doing it, and then I'm in control.
I know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Heavens.
No.
But I think it did get stressful at some point though, because I mean, like I said, it was originally, I think it was May, wasn't it? Was it May 21?
Yeah.
And it ended up being October 21. So, but you made a bit of an executive decision to do that because we knew coming out of COVID that I say knew, it was a bit of a hedge of a bet. It was probably going to be an issue in that time still. We're still in that kind of like that time frame where it might be a problem. So we just got royal we. I kind of like you were like, right, we just do it. So we just changed it to October.
Was it always at Villiers Barn as well before?
Well, it's funny now that the venue choice. That's a whole other story. That's interesting. So if you want to get to that bit, that's
we'll get to that later. But
yeah, it was the original one was at Villiers, and then that
we viewed about 8. Didn't we?
At least.
But it's funny, Villiers Barn wasn't it? It was literally a building site.
Yeah, I remember you saying when we walked around. Yeah,
we had to put like wellies on.
They had like
provided us. She was like, "Oh, come in."
They had like different size wellies that you could wear to go because it was honestly it was a
But isn't it weird how even though it looked like a building site, but we still wanted it. Do you know what I mean?
It's
even
got
though
such a vibe.
But you could see.
It was just
if you could see past that,
you know when you're there, you just think, this is the place. You just sort of.
I think you do get a vibe, definitely. Yeah. But it's funny though because like so, I still messaged Villiers Barn. Look them up, Villiers Barn, absolutely amazing venue. Actually, award-winning venue as well.
Villiers Barn, really good.
But yeah, Juliet and Jonathan, who's their son, like so they were kind of like, and then I can't remember the husband's name, Jesus, but he was the chef. But we just got a vibe off of them all. It's just great.
Yeah, well, that's when you click with
someone. Welcoming. Yeah, it's just so welcoming, and it just felt right, you know.
Crash the party, June.
Yeah, come over here. We want cat cuddles.
Yeah, you're going to do it as well.
Let's get her in shot.
Come on,
June.
Come on, little piggy.
Just watch your coffee.
Little figgy.
Yeah, so you would say it was kind of stressful, but not kind of stressful.
It was. I mean, I think kind of obviously.
But you had
fun planning it as well.
You had a lot more stress because of COVID. But
if it just had to be organised the once as opposed to twice, essentially, then it probably would have been a lot less. But at the same time, I mean, I was me saying this, but I think you actually enjoyed it, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I like doing stuff.
And like everything from like kind of like the planning of the Princess June, the floof. From the save the dates right through, and then because we had a certain vibe on like kind of like a certain aesthetic to the save the dates, that we then completely changed with the invites. You know what I mean? We use different company for that, but I guess it's a steep learning curve if you're doing it yourself. But at the same time, like you had fun with it, and you didn't. Let's face it, I didn't hear you moaning about it at all.
No.
You didn't complain like, "Oh, it's a nightmare."
I
just
just
kind of did it, didn't you?
Yeah, but I did enjoy it though.
I think, I think if you enjoy doing that sort of thing, and you enjoy planning stuff,
then it's.
I think as well, like the end, the goal is in sight. Do you know what I mean? You kind of like know what it's going to be, and it's yours. I can totally see why people do hire planning wedding planners.
Yeah, I know a few planners, and they do make the day a lot less stressful.
Free, really. Yeah.
So would you say was budget a stressful thing? Was that a massive issue?
I mean, at the time, you guess different periods of life, you have different, looking back, I don't know how we kind of like pulled the money together. I could put X amount of money aside per month. And while we were always, it was never going to be like a limitless budget.
Yeah.
No.
It's never going to be like kind of like, let's just do 100 grand.
Yeah, I was going to say you can set a budget, but there's always these extra little things that you have to pay for. There's a lot of stuff you can do yourself, like your favours you can do yourself, or But these extra things that just and then it ends up being, oh wow, just spent that much.
Yeah, when I look back on how much the total thing cost.
Yeah, when you add it all up,
including the honeymoon, it was quite money.
Yeah, I don't think people think about honeymoons.
No, well, we said because we already we'd lived together and all that stuff. We had the house and we had most of the stuff in the house. So historically, wedding gifts would be like kettle.
Yeah,
china, crockery,
knives and
forks, whatever else. So, but now, like we were, you just asked for dough, didn't you? Just asked for money.
Yeah.
So, all the money that we got just went towards the honeymoon. So I shouldn't really count that because technically, even then, the honeymoon was screwed up because we were going to go to Canada. Yeah. We couldn't do that because of the COVID thing. All that was messed up. So we ended up going somewhere else. But that was amazing. I fell in love with Croatia off the back of that. But anyway, budget was definitely a thing. Obviously, you've got to have a figure in mind, but obviously you just got to have a little bit of a buffer.
Movement.
Because it has to be,
these extra little things that
out of your control, and kind of like if you just imagine you've got X amount that you're going to spend on the dress or whatever, then you found one that was like more expensive that you don't want to have to settle for one you don't want. So I think you kind of budget is obviously very important, but I guess we were fortunate enough to not be too constrained with that.
A bit flexible.
I
mean, you can have like a really cheap wedding, you can have really
expensive. That's what I was going to say. I've had like low budget weddings, which is still a lovely day and stuff like that. Exactly. And then I've had some weddings that are crazy budget.
Yeah, exactly. I know people that literally have some of the clients from they don't have a budget. It's like whatever it costs, it doesn't matter. These guys have more money than anything.
Like some of these weddings, they had 300 people there. And it's like,
oh my Lord.
I don't even know 300 people.
Yeah.
I know 20 maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Pull everybody together.
Yeah.
But exactly. And then they'd have
definitely have a flexibility, I'd say. Like
you got to have a buffer.
Yeah.
Definitely have a little bit of wiggle room.
Yeah. So would you say like social media had anything to do with like budget going up? Like you see things on social media and then you go like,
do you know what? That's a damn good point.
Like you go, I like that. Because there was this whole thing with like 360 booths and all stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
With the camera spinning around.
Well,
that boost.
The short answer is definitely because we saw that you had one and we originally didn't have it, and we went, can we have that as well? That would have impacted us, albeit relatively minorly. But
the photo booth,
So that was a thing, and then the short answer is definitely, because like you don't realise that you're inspired by everything you see. I mean, these guys are smart. These social media guys, right? The algo is set perfectly to draw you in and make you spend more money.
They had that. Yeah,
exactly. I want that as well. Well, I mean, I had to buy 2 suits, right? Because originally it was going to be in May, which is one temperature, and October's another.
I remember you having. Like which one works best?
And then I kind of
went season different styles.
Exactly, So originally, I mean, try wearing tweed when it's kind of like the temperature.
And it was like 50 degrees in that room where you got ready in the attic.
Right, exactly, right. So it's kind of like all wood and glass. So it was amazing. But so again, like that impacted budget, and then I changed my mind halfway through as well. So I'm not sure about that suit, and exactly, changing my mind a lot.
But I do think social media does. Emily does it, even with just household things. She's like, oh my God, there's a thing that you cover your plates with. It's tin foil from Temu. And it's like,
oh God.
I was like, why do we need that?
Like
and it's
shots fired!
And it's
terrible.
Honestly, man. Like, it's like every day there's a delivery of something. It's like, what's this?
Oh, yeah.
What nonsensical thing is this that we don't need?
Babe at 3 a.m, you read, but I go on Amazon.
Yeah,
I think Emily says an Amazon delivery a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah.
So,
it helps that, wicked. Yeah. So probably go to the next thing, which will be your guest list.
Yeah, now that got interesting, didn't it?
Yeah.
I know sometimes that is
a difficult one, I think.
Spend a lot of time.
You think, I will invite that person, but that means the other half sort of not has to come, but you feel bad not inviting them. Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing.
That sounds a bit bad. Probably we don't just like we dislike.
No, it's not that. It's just, no, it's just like you know
who you are, guys.
No, but like when you haven't met them and stuff like that, like or they're like new or whatever, or and it just the guest list does then end up going up.
Oh, we can go bananas, right? So you end up having to be a little bit. Well, I mean, again, I don't know if you want to. But I'm like, whatever. Do you know what I mean? I was like, what? I don't care how many people are there. I'm not going to be remotely self-conscious or I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Getting up and doing the speech and all that didn't bother me. Whereas I think you were probably a little bit more apprehensive about having too many people there.
To speak in front of, that was the only
thing. The anxiety level.
Yeah, but I was fine though.
You were tip-top in the end, yeah. But so that played a role. But it's also funny because, like, again, I'm not going to offend anyone with this, but like kind of it's mad how much other people get involved, right?
Yes,
from the family.
Definitely.
So it's like, hang on a minute. So you inviting them from that side of the family, but why can't they come? And then other people give it, well, hang on a minute, it's because we had a childless one, right? So we wanted people to just have a good time and not have to worry about kind of looking after their kids and stuff. And after having children ourselves now, we'd relish that, right? So that means going to a wedding now and just like having all afternoon sounds great. Right. So we thought we'd do that. And then, so it's kind of like, at what point
when does it stop?
Like, so kind of like, I had kind of various people say, well, hang on a minute, kind of, like, you said no children, but these kids are like, I think they were like 13 and 15 at the time. It's like, well, they're not really kids, but it's like,
they're not going to be screaming.
The parents still have to look after them, right? So you have to have that cut off. But I guess the main point I'm making is that it's amazing how much outside influence, if you like, comes in from that. Like a family member might say, well, hang on a minute, someone's from that side's invited, why don't you so you've got to be definitely
it can get a bit political,
spiral out of control as well, because I mean I would have invited more people in the day, I think,
but then obviously the more people you invite, it's lovely, but it's just more money,
but at the time I was kind of accepting of that fact, because it worked out that some people that I really would like to have come in the day didn't in the end, so it's kind of, I was a bit gutted about that. So I would definitely, I'd say guest list is definitely focus on
invite more
defo
people,
and maybe change some of the ones that I don't know, everyone was there was right for the time, but I mean I would definitely have asked more few people. I mean, even now there's a few that couldn't come or didn't come, and it kind of gets to me the fact that we didn't extend the invite to the right people in the day. So I'd definitely say focus on that and spend a lot of time, and it's worth all the aggro and arguments, because to get the guest list right is important.
Definitely.
I mean, it's a day you're going to remember forever, and it is literally the best party you're ever going to throw in your life, right? I look back, and both look back on that day, super fun. I
wouldn't change anything.
Well, there's a couple of bits, but it's logistics. Only logistics.
The photographer was shit.
I have to say, you and the video, we had a different video because we had both, didn't we? And both, you absolutely nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Really,
I think it cuts off there.
So
that's the next roll. I'm just going to do a big zoom there. So let's sort of go to the next one. Your expectations of your wedding to the reality of your wedding. Like, what was there any expectations there that you think was going to happen, but actually didn't really?
For me, I think it was spot on. I expected exactly what happened.
Well, like you said, you're pretty good at planning, so if you're...
But I think for me, I was just like, it was great. Just
nailed on.
I wouldn't change anything.
That's good.
Same. Yeah, there wasn't anything. I mean, obviously, your expectations are realistic, right? Do you know what I mean? You kind of the venue was. I have to say, the choice of venue was absolutely spot on, man. They were absolutely incredible. Like I say, I still speak to them every now and again, dropping little messages or whatnot, and always promote them where I can. Little things, vote for them in competitions and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then you kind of like, it's kind of accepting of the fact that you're doing it in October in the UK, kind of like there is the threat, potentially the weather could be terrible.
I remember
you're not doing it in Tuscany in August. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like you have to be realistic and kind of like manage your expectations to what it is that you're doing. But for us, it worked out well. It was actually really nice weather. It was nailed on.
Early in the morning when we got to the
it was,
and I was like, oh gosh, shit.
Yeah.
But it was right though.
it literally, what I say to brides and grooms all the time, it's the one thing that you literally cannot
it's out of your control.
do or anything.
Out of your control.
I've had some people that it's got to them, like it's ruined my day, but it hasn't really. Like, obviously, but I always feel as well, like when it's raining, you get more of an atmosphere because everyone's inside. Like obviously, you want people to go and have fun and stuff, but when it's a summer and people are outside, some are inside, the atmosphere is not as obviously it's still a good wedding, it's still a nice day and stuff, but obviously like when it is raining, it just seems the atmosphere is a bit more elevated. But
and again, like you say, it's completely out of control. I mean, one of my colleagues, they got married in Italy, in Puglia, I think, and you know, I think it was in the summer. It was like August or July even, and it rained.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's one like it's totally out of control. So you just don't know what's going to be.
But, I mean,
as far as expectations go, it was everything I hoped it would be and more.
It was perfect, wasn't it? It was
just the only thing,
fun.
Coming back to that point, like I don't know if it's one of your questions, but the only thing I would change, and again, it's tiny little logistics things. We put on like a shuttle bus service for taxis right at the end of the night.
Yes, that is.
And we put it on too early. Basically, we put it on to start at like, I think we started it at like 10 or something, half 10, something like that.
Oh, wow.
And we bought him for like 2 or 3 hours, and people stayed right to the end. So they were enjoying it, which is a great sign. Yeah. So basically, we essentially wasted 2 hours of the paid service. So what I would have done, I would have put that shuttle on later. I would have started it at like half 11, 12 through until 2 or 3 in the morning. Because what happened was, where it was in a quite an isolated area, there weren't as many taxis and people had trouble getting back to the places where they were staying. But other than that, you know, and again, like a couple of little... it was magic. Just walked across the road.
I was going to say, we were
stumbled across the
and they've changed the venue again. There's actually 2 bits there, and there's 2 kind of like lodges to stay in now.
Oh, is there? I've not been. I've been there for a few years, which is...
Have you not? Yeah, they've augmented it. Oh, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite ones. So would you think, after all that, you think, was you playing host, or was you, like, more enjoying the day as it unfolded? Or do you feel like you had a pressure to please people, sort of thing?
Yeah, I think there's always an element of that, but what do you think?
I just enjoyed the day. I think I was just I was so stressed leading up to it, like, you know, doing the vows in front of people, because I'm not really a public speaker. Obviously, you're completely different. In a good way.
Trappy boy.
no, but I was so stressed. I just sort of let it out. I was just like, right, this is mine. I'm just going to relax. There's people around me, like Juliet. She's there to organise anything that goes wrong. So I just enjoyed my day. In fact, I think I was so stressed leading up to it, I couldn't really get drunk on the day. Yeah. And I think I remember, I just wanted to relax and get drunk. I know it sounds silly, but and I remember the barman doing me a cocktail that I wanted. Can't remember which one, but that did it. You know,
that did it. Yeah, that got me. So I mean, I think there was an element of it. I kind of, where I've been to other weddings, I kind of thought, well, and then the grooms have been around asking various questions like, did you enjoy your meal? That sort of thing. So I kind of felt kind of obliged to do that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't kind of like, it was very much our party, right? Do you know what I mean? And the minute the DJ Danny got on,
that, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. And you got, you know, like, there's so many bits. And again, I don't know what your questions are. I'll speak at the end of it. Certain bits as advice or whatever. But I didn't really feel any pressure to do that. I just thought it was probably the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it was like just enjoyable for us. Then after that, it was fucking awesome. Really
good. Because I know a lot of people, when I take them off the couple shots for like 10, 15 minutes, they're like, do you think they're all right? They've got their drinks and stuff like that.
Oh, really? No, we were all right, weren't we? But, I mean, again, that and another little touch that they'd kind of kept some of the hors d'oeuvres and they'd whacked them to side because the Lord's vegetarian. So they'd done like, you know, our own set of hors d'oeuvres each and a drink each. Like I had a little bottle of Peroni and you had a glass of bubbles. And on the bench right near the lake. So we could go over and just take some minutes.
I remember that.
Just little touches like that.
I do. There are certain venues that do that, and they just give the couple like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was 15, 20
because
minutes.
Because it is like a conveyor belt. Like you sort of just you get ready,
like
you have your ceremony, and then you just do it, and it goes so quickly. But yeah, I remember you doing that, and I've got a nice picture of you guys.
And do you know, you did absolutely right. Yeah, and it was just near where, again, I'm pointing out a shot, but it was not far from that bridge, like bench right near the lake, the fishing lake. But it's 5 minutes. But we didn't ask them to do that. That's because just them being incredible hosts, and just, you know, they've been doing it such a long time.
Yeah, they're from various venues,
right? So they used to run. Yeah, they used to run one in Stock Ingatestone sort of way.
Yeah.
that we also looked at. I can't remember the name of the damn thing now. St. Park, Crondon Park.
Crondon Park, yeah.
And they used to run that, and then they were looking for their own venue, then found Villiers, and then obviously put the work into to do it. It took an awful lot of work to get that thing into the shape it's in now.
Yeah, but I feel like that venue is sort of, they know what's good,
exactly.
So they put it all
and they got it. You know, they got it nailed on. So we didn't even have to ask for that or anything. They just did it. So I think that's kind of like testament to how good they are. Little things like that I think are really important. So I guess we're lucky we didn't have to think about that really, because it was just already done, wasn't it? But if someone is planning, then maybe set a little window aside for yourself, because as much as you don't feel necessarily under pressure to make sure everyone's all right, it's still a monumental occasion. You kind of still need a little bit of breathing space. So even just like 15-20 minutes or whatever, just to kind of decompress.
It goes super quick in the day.
Yeah, I think
that's what I try. I think I might have said it to you on the phone call before. Like I'm sure everyone says it as well, that you have got to take it in, because it's just you'll be getting your dress on and suddenly you're walking back down the aisle and then you're eating.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it's a really long day, right from literally when the bride's getting ready, which is really early in the morning, obviously, usually.
Yeah.
It's such a long day, like hours wise, but it just goes so quick. You just really got to take it in. You got to have moments and just sit back and just look and just be like, oh, this is our day.
Totally agree with that. It's funny, isn't it, what sticks in your head. So, you know, the night before we had a few too many drinks and whatnot, and I got a phone call from a guy from a car tuning company on the morning of the wedding, and I probably didn't get up early enough, but you came to the hotel we were staying, didn't you, and did all the getting ready shots and that. Funny what sticks in your head, isn't it? What makes you remember certain things.
I remember turning up at the hotel and going, God, whose Merc's that? Wanker.
Yeah. That was me.
It's your car, Chris. I love it. It's really nice.
Exactly that. And then, and I still haven't had the Gad tuning, have a look at the car. Get that sorted out.
Is there anything that you thought you would matter and ended up didn't matter, like things that you were like, you're not stressing about, but like, oh, we need to do that, and then you fit on the day, it's like,
the only thing I think for me, and again, I don't know if it's necessarily I don't know what it is. I think it's because of people that I know, but members of my family have been done all right for themselves, and you know that the bar was free all night. We didn't do that. I didn't extend to that because I know what my family likes. So I thought it was going to cost me so much money. But I'm just kidding. But it's like if I could have, I would have facilitated a free bar. That would have been nice. We did, and then Laura's brother kindly chipped in, and we kind of had it free for X amount. But it was amazing how quick that got chilled out. That got carved out.
I remember my sister's wedding, this was 10, 15 years ago or something. Father-in-law, I put $3,000 or something behind the bar, and like that was gone 10 minutes. Everyone was like, had trays of shots and everything.
The thing. I mean, you can limit that, because obviously what we do that with work. It's kind of like we did, you know,
little tokens.
It's kind of like, you know, no cocktails, because they start adding like 15, 20. So it's kind of, that's the only thing I think that did it matter? No, I think people still would have had a great time. There was still issues with people being a little bit too inebriated or whatever else. So potentially it might have limited those scenarios as well. So, but I think no is the short answer. And it wasn't anything that I thought would really matter or didn't matter and really did, or vice versa. For me, it was the only thing I think. Again, we didn't highlight the guest signing book maybe enough as what we could.
Yeah.
We didn't highlight. Say, have you signed the book? Have you signed the book?
Yeah,
that's the only thing. But then again, we did kind of like farm that out as a job, and that didn't get done, which is a bit of a shame.
It happens all the time, because it is just it's such a good time. In the grand scheme of the wedding, that book is just in the corner.
I know.
Yeah, it's just like
That's the only thing I think, you know, kind of like. Because it happens so quickly, everything moves so fast, it's definitely difficult to stay on top of stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So giving people like various jobs and making sure they do them is definitely a smart move.
Definitely. Well, funny enough, like for me, just a little thing, what really mattered was the hair. Not really mattered, but when I bought the hairpiece, but I ended up losing it. But on the day, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Yeah. And I couldn't find it. And I was really annoyed. I was like, oh my God, I just can't find you stress about it. This little thing, but it didn't actually matter on the day.
Yeah, it's on the grand scale.
Yeah.
It kind of
and it's
matter.
funny, yeah.
At the end of the day, I don't think it probably didn't even get mentioned.
Exactly.
So.
It's like, it doesn't matter, does it? So these little things, if something happens like that,
but that's
it doesn't really matter.
I think, with anything where there are so many moving parts, there's bound to be little.
It's such a silly little thing that I was stressing about, and I was like, but at the end of the day, it didn't matter because I think Bex lent me hers, and that was it. It was fine. Yeah. Like it didn't matter.
And then
we did a waistcoat change, didn't we?
Yeah, you changed it a couple of times, and then you changed the blazer with the waistcoat.
That's it.
And then we all
went with the mixture, didn't we?
Yeah.
But,
I remember your suit. It sticks in my head for some reason. Don't know why.
It's funny, isn't it? Yeah, because again, like it was one of those things where I was just like, I weren't vibing on the original one. So. But it's mad. Originally, I had like loads of best men, and then due to whatever reasons that. Because again, COVID messed a lot of people around up, right? I mean, mentally and whatever else. It kind of there were a lot of
some people didn't want to travel.
There were travel-related issues as well. So that kind of. But I mean, whatever will be on a lot of these things. You have to kind of accept there are going to be kind of like some
reality
changes in the reality
of
things. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah,
definitely.
But no, as far as expectation goes, it was everything we thought it would be. So.
Do you remember anything going wrong apart from the?
Apart from the signing book signing.
No, I don't.
Not even that's wrong.
I can't remember. No, obviously there's a couple of kind of guest-related comedies, but
I think if things do go wrong at a venue, a good venue, they not hide it from you, but they sort it.
They shield you from it.
Eradicate it quickly.
They don't say, by the way, because they know, it's your day.
Distract you. What's that over there?
Yeah, exactly,
and they are pros.
Yeah.
So a lot of it, I reckon, like I said earlier, it's alleviated from us because the venue guys at the venue are so good. So if there were, we probably might not have known. Do you know what I mean?
So sorted it and...
Yeah. Nothing really sticks out as like a really ouch moment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, not at all, actually.
Everything was good.
Signs of a good wedding then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was. Again, testament to Laura's planning, really, because I really did think of pretty much everything.
So you wouldn't say there was a moment where not you got like your blood boiled or anything, but something that really annoyed you, pissed you off sort of thing, nothing like that?
Nothing at all.
Not at all, no. Not one bit, actually.
Yeah.
Not at all. No. Yeah, it was. There was no ads.
Because I can list some things. No, I'm joking. Was there any last minute panic the day before? But you said you've had a few drinks.
The bloody cat had to go to the vet. That was
really? Yeah, seriously though. Right, so my mate,
anything to do with the wedding. I was like, oh no.
One of my close buds, he spreads his time between Mexico and sunny Margate.
Oh, lovely.
Right, so he's
very similar places.
So they are. One Shoreditch-on-Sea and one Sinaloa, or whatever the hell he is. Say you later. But so he would come over like a couple of days before, whatever. So he was staying at the place, the same hotel that I was staying at. So long story short, the idea was to get out there and kind of see him and have a kind of few beers and blah, blah, blah. The cat, I can't remember what was even wrong with her now.
I don't know.
But that was just an added stress that you don't need. Yeah. We were really well because we love the cat. You know what I mean? So it was. That was a stress we didn't need the night before, so that delayed me getting, and everyone was waiting for me to get because I went out with my family and my close friends.
And then when another animal-related thing, went to try on my dress the day before or pick it up or something.
That was just before.
There was a bloody swan on Parkway in the middle of the road.
It flew down.
And then
it landed in front of the car.
And I phoned this rescue lady and she came. Ran. It wasn't even anything to do with the wedding. It was just animals.
Yeah, it was like so basically. Animal welfare related issues, but they were like there. Other than that, there was
nothing wedding related. No, anyway.
That's cool though.
I mean,
just
other than that, again,
sick cat.
Yeah, loose swan, sick cat. No, I guess like the only thing was again like reorganising everything from May to the October and what that entailed.
The day before was just everything's done. Pretty much, I
think because you got ahead of it. So I think you did that in the year before, right? So I think because you got ahead of it so far, the likelihood of the dates, you having the date free, the videographer, the venue, the cake maker, the having all of them, you guys having that date free because you did it in such advance, it was fairly high. So I think it was, or at least that's what we like to think. So I mean, I think that's why it ran smooth. Yeah. Whereas if we left it until...
a spreadsheet.
Definitely, I mean,
and the tab with all your things that you need.
Organisation skills.
Yeah.
And then, I'm just making sure that you've kind of got the
So during the day, when did it feel real that it's happened and you've tied the knot?
Quite quickly.
Yeah.
Was you in a bubble? Or
I was. It was a bit of a wow, we've just got married. I don't know. It's just like...
Well, it's funny because for me, it was the bit
you're on a high for a while, I think. And then you go on your honeymoon and everything is just lovely, and then
I mean, I don't know. I think the bit before we went out of the double, like the doors into the courtyard bit, and when they threw all the confetti, I think that was the bit really for me. Just before that, it hit home.
Yeah.
But yeah, just walking back down the aisle, it was just a nice day, wasn't it? It was just such a nice kind of like vibe.
Yeah. You are on such a high though. When everything's all running smoothly on the day, you're on such a high. It's just, it's a fantastic feeling. It's great.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
So it didn't feel like it was an event sort of thing. It was it was like you're married and it was like,
a proper celebration.
Yeah.
It was in the moment. It was kind of in the moment. So it was kind of almost like real time. Do you know what I mean? It was like kind of once you walked out, it was like, okay, we've really done it. We've actually done this thing now. Do you know what I mean? So it's really real.
Yeah.
But other than that, I guess it kind of hits you in different stages, and people always say to you, don't know, like 6 months later, they'll be like, "How does it feel being married?"
Yeah.
You're
like nothing really changed.
It just feels pretty cool.
It's
obviously for those that
define your relationship. It just feels nice.
Yeah.
It's just a nice feeling.
Yeah.
And we still love each other.
You certainly do.
Even now.
Even after having 2 young kids that are just really hard work.
No.
All kids are hard work.
They are.
What mattered most to you on the day?
You go first. Ladies first.
God, I don't know. You answer and I'll think about it.
What mattered most on the day?
So what would you say? Keeping everyone happy?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Was it your suit? Because I know you were quite...
That's a good question, that. And really, initially, I was just like, I want to make sure I look good. You know what I mean? But then that kind of falls down the pecking order of things. Do you know what? I genuinely... I can't just choose one thing. I think 2 things was making sure that you were going to be all right, not be too anxious and have a good time. And also that everyone else would have a good time.
Yeah.
So it was like, for once, I wasn't being that selfish. It was kind of like, it was actually more about everyone else, funny enough. It was kind of making sure.
Weird because it's your day and it shouldn't be about everyone else, but it naturally.
I'm not, I was going to
say.
It's
a bit like you wanted some weird music, like that isn't wedding music. Like you wanted like heavier.
I did say I wanted some heavy music then.
And I said, like, you can't, it's a wedding.
I know, but this is also a thing as well that I was thinking. It's like,
you can dance to whatever sort of music.
It's your day, so it could be whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I think as well, more modern weddings now, they're very, like traditions of. They are going down the drain.
Clearly, like, you know.
No, but
there was no, kind of alpha
but making sure
dealer allowed.
Everyone's having a good time. Like that's but making sure everyone's having a good time. That's probably
no pissed core allowed. So
no, I've had a wedding couple play Slayer before.
I mean,
that was like
bit of Dead Skin Mask.
You don't like music that people are going to be like.
No, but that's also a thing because you want to try and keep it to you, but then you've also got
you feel like
100 and something people to please and say, they don't want to listen to this.
I think Danny did a really good job of
massively. He's great.
Of the music stuff. But yeah, I mean that's that is one thing. So I definitely you did veto some music. We also had like a weird veto list as well, like no ABBA, no classic, no Hey Ho Silver.
Yeah, do no playlist if you're given the DJ.
No playlist.
So you had to endure it. Just that day. Every wedding I do, it's there.
Do you know some songs that you just...
It's like, oh my God, it's like claws down my neck.
Like, earplugs in.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, what was the question again?
It's just, don't worry about it, move on.
But yeah, I think...
Just what mattered, really.
I think for me, it was kind of like making sure everyone else had a good time.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you want people to enjoy it. You know, you want them to go away.
That make your wedding as well. At the end of the day,
as much as it's a stealing of your thing.
Because the guests bring the vibe as well.
Yeah,
they're the ones that bring the.
So I mean, it was important for everyone to enjoy it. That was kind of a big thing for me.
Good. Is there anything that you would have scrapped on the day, like that you got and you thought, didn't really need to do that?
There probably is, but I just can't put my finger on it right now.
So.
No, not really.
The perfect wedding.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, I use my own
trick. Yeah, I need to be an events organizer. Really, don't I?
Well,
I've said that before.
Yeah, that and
I'm not blowing my. I'm just saying.
Yeah, some people. Emily's
but when you're doing it for someone else, depending on what they're like, you get a bridezilla, and God forbid, actually using that term these days, probably not even PC, but you hear of horror stories, right?
Yeah, I
would. My lips are sealed. All my brides are lovely.
Filth upon lies. That's the only thing. Yes, I mean, like doing that would be a nightmare. Yeah. I mean, no, not really. I mean, part of me thought, I would like to have got like a really crazy car to like. One of my pals got when he got married, he got the 18 van, like, and obviously not the copy of the 18 van. It was awesome. And I thought, it's so cool. But then, Dukes of Hazzard car, the General Lee or something would have been nice. But then, just no one saw me coming anyway. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it would have been pointless. So I was just happy to use my own thing, really.
Yeah, but, exactly.
They're kind of, there wasn't anything where I suddenly thought, we shouldn't bother with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think all of it
everything's
was all right.
quite relevant. And,
Yeah, it's only asked because I know some guys, they're literally, I want that, just because it's in the wedding thing.
Social
like
media,
if you go, social media and wedding fairs and stuff like that. There's so many things.
Oh, yeah.
But there are some cool things like wedding tarot readings. So people get their readings and tattoos and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's really?
Like, there's all that. There's so much stuff now. Like, I saw it.
Real ones?
Real tattoo. There's a caravan. It's all blacked out, and it comes up, and then you go and get little.
I was going to say
little flash. For,
I mean, I like that flash. But that's actually a really good idea, isn't it?
Good idea.
But it's just stuff like that. Like some people, you guys, but some people just see stuff and go, got to have that, got to have that, and then probably regret it.
Had I known about that, I probably would have liked something. But
I would have found a spot for a tattoo.
Yeah, I would definitely.
So next day feeling, how did that feel after?
Just
hanging out of your ass.
I was. Yeah, I was a bit actually, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I was a bit laminated.
Yeah, a bit surreal, I suppose. It's like, wow, we just got married yesterday. Like it's just
it is.
I don't know.
And because we had a little lull then, so that was on a Friday. We weren't going on honeymoon till I don't know if it was a Tuesday.
Yeah,
it was a weird.
I advise that as well. Just a few days.
Have a bit of a decompression time. So I've used that one a few times, but it's a massive high, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of you expect the dip. So to have a little bit of a kind of
a steady few days.
A steady drop off into what then if you do the honeymoon.
But also after that you're like, all that stress is over now. Like the planning of it's like, it's all done.
It's realised. Yeah, it's realised P&L, isn't it? So it's kind of like.
Do you think you missed the planning after like the whole hype of it all, or was it sort of?
Maybe a little bit, but I think.
Like, because there was such a build-up.
Yeah, exactly. And then afterwards, you're like, oh, God, thank God that's over. As in, not in a bad way. Not in a bad way, but it is stressful. It is stressful planning a big wedding, isn't it? Like,
Yeah. Well, for you, again, like I say, I didn't have that, right? You know what I mean? So I just had a bit of a sore head. We just jumped in the swimming pool.
Yeah. We had to ask them to take the thing off though because it was winter and it wasn't technically open, but he did it for us.
So that was just that shook the hangover straight off.
Yeah,
but it was kind of like the realisation, isn't it? It's just kind of like, and it was
so nice. And just knowing it all went smoothly as well.
That's
like nothing.
It
was just this was so worth.
No needles.
So worth the planning it. Yeah,
because exactly. I mean, it's just some crazy stat that there's so many punch ups at weddings.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And some of my pals are a bit lively, so it's kind of like I'm pleased that nothing happened like in that respect. But I mean, I've been to loads where that's happened as well.
I've been to loads.
So it's quite common, right? I mean, there's a lot of people who don't know each other,
especially when it's like a hot weather or something. People are drinking from 12 till bloody whatever time.
I mean, we're classy folks. As I say, I know some people are a bit funky, but it's like there was none of that at all. But everyone's respectful.
Yeah, they should be anyway.
Even people I do know are a bit tricky. They're kind of like they wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have played
exactly.
it. So, I mean, you hear these horror stories. Didn't have to worry about any of that. Do you know what I mean? So it was literally all good. I'm trying to think of any.
It's a very smooth day.
Yeah, any other kind of like things that made me think, oh thank God. I mean, even the guy who was playing the piano. He was awesome.
Yeah.
We gave him. He was great because he kind of he said he could transpose whatever songs we wanted into kind of a piano piece. She's walking down the aisle. It's loads of different things to kind of again loads of moving parts that when it all come together, and it was done, dusted. He was like, that worked out really well. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it kind of was fairly seamless, wasn't it, really?
That's how to organise a wedding then, basically.
Yeah,
it's a really good way to do it.
Yeah, get Laura to do it.
So would you like to say, if anyone's watching this, like what the main things you would do for planning a wedding?
Get spreadsheet of stuff that literally spreadsheet or a list or something. Or
spreadsheets.
Yeah.
And then tick it off as you're doing it. Then don't be unrealistic on how much things are going to cost, right? Yeah. So kind of like do a bit of research as to how much things cost, because things only ever go up, right? They don't get any cheaper today. You know?
And I think the first thing to do is the venue, in my opinion, because that's like the biggest.
Yeah, that's the kind of central.
Yeah,
that's like the heart of it.
It's the nucleus. So once you
the suppliers that come into that, it can be changed, or and
obviously as well, this is a really important thing, like don't lose your mind if you had your heart set on something and it can't happen for whatever reason, don't be like really despondent about it. Just kind of like for example, if you had your heart set on a cake maker doing, but they can't because they've already
exactly.
just choose the next one. Do you know what I mean? And like it is, some people will say, oh my god, it's the best cake I've ever had, but that's not the thing they're going to remember about the wedding. Do you know what I mean? If they're going to remember the time they've had and everything else. I mean, do you know what, actually I think we had to throw so much of it away, didn't we?
Because you realise you could freeze it.
Yeah, it's threw it away. Yeah, so I mean, it was a big old cake that.
Oh, it was lovely though.
But it was very good.
I've had a few people, they give it out. So like ceremonies happen and reception drinks, and they give out the cake then, because then people that as your canapé sort of thing.
Oh so. We could have used that. Yeah, we did do some of that though. So a lot of people got to have some on the night.
Yeah,
I think it was just so much.
Yeah, it was just very big cake.
Yeah, it was a bit too big for the people really.
But again, that's just something people want a cake.
And again, it's a traditional thing.
And they're going to get a cake, and half of it's probably going to be gone.
Exactly.
It's just one of those.
Again, you just accept, like, again, for whatever that cost is, it's kind of like some of it might just go in the bin. But, be realistic about your budget. Try and stick to it as much as you can. You're going to go over it probably at some point. You never know. You might come under it if you're super lucky.
Yeah.
Likelihood is you ain't. But you know,
there's that small chance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, things don't tend to get cheaper.
On the internet as well, stuff that you.
The internet now. I mean, there's so much research you can do, and various bits you can help yourself with.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You do the world you love, really,
and
we did that. Just write little. We did quite a bit ourselves as well.
Yeah,
because we wanted to. Because we had the idea. It's like, well, instead of paying someone to do it, we'll just do it. We had the little kind of. There's so many firms out there now. The companies have businesses on Etsy that, can do so much for you. Like, you can get like a couple of different bits, buzz it in a bag, and bosh, that's your favours done. So, I think just be realistic, be organised, and preferably get a wife who's really, really, or a fiance who's really good at organising. And Bob's your uncle.
It's all done and dusted.
Yeah, sorted.
So, what was the dress when you found your dress? What was that like? Was it sort of?
Funny enough, I knew what dress I wanted before I even saw it. I just saw it on the internet. I knew what style I wanted. Even though when I got there and I tried dresses on, they wanted me to try different styles, which is fair enough because they want to make sure I want that dress. But as soon as I put it on, I was like, yeah, definitely the dress. I just knew it. I didn't even have to.
So would you say go with your gut and what you wanted, or is it like?
So do that.
Obviously, I don't really wear dresses, so
yeah.
Wednesday, which today is.
I haven't told him.
I think if you've got your mind set on one, but be like open minded as well, because you might try on a different one and be like, oh, actually no, I like this one instead. Don't be too like stern on what you want. Have a bit of an open mind, but I knew exactly what I wanted. So and
obviously with Chris, just buy multiple suits. And then just pick on the day.
Exactly. The thing, some people know what they're going to want and they're going to spend a fortune. Some people are really picky about suits, right?
Yeah.
So they want to go and spend $1,000 or whatever on their suit. I didn't spend loads. I thought, well, I'd rather, because you don't have to spend a fortune for it to look nice, really. Especially, as long as the cut's good and it kind of like, you can have it tailored to fit you perfectly, right? So that's what we did. So I kind of like got, and I still used the other one, the original one I was going to still use that as a summer suit now if I go to events or whatever else. So you can utilise it. But don't ask me, because I was flipping, changing my mind left, right, and centre. So I'm not the one. So I bought that. I was like,
don't take advice from Chris.
No, not when it comes to that, because I buy. I'm a moron when it comes to that bit. The shop were really good as well, weren't they?
Surprised myself for what type of dress, because obviously you didn't see it.
No.
Were you shocked when I walked in? Were you shocked at what kind of dress it was?
Not really.
Really?
No, I did kind of think. I think you probably dropped.
I was shocked at how big it was. How I actually wanted one like that. To be honest.
Like a bit more. I think. Do you know what? As well, I don't know if you're speaking as well, but I think the whole press every little girl's dream of the wedding. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I think kind of when you plan it yourself, and you do tend to kind of you kind of, the ideas tend to kind of like, you know, elevate a little bit. It's like, oh, I do want it to go like that in the end.
Yeah.
Because you get some people who are like, I ain't really bothered about it. And then when they're getting into
when
you get into it, it's like, oh, actually, maybe I do want it to be a little bit more.
Become a bit more passionate about it. Yeah.
So overall, everything went how you planned and no hiccups.
I just wish you could slow time down.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I think a lot of people have said the same thing.
You just get,
be really mindful, keep an eye on your time, and, you know, because just live in the moment. I know it sounds such a wanky thing to say, but live in the moment, because it just doesn't have to go quick.
Yeah.
You know, so kind of make sure you enjoy it for what it is. Get around, talk to as many people as you can, dance about.
And just enjoy yourself. Just enjoy yourself.
Drink, but don't drink too much. Because you don't want to kind of forget any of it.
Yeah. Or be ill.
Or be, you know, super ill. Leave that to the other people who go.
Yeah.
Just kind of, you know.
And it's your day at the end of the day.
It's your day. It's the biggest and best part you're ever going to throw, really.
Yeah.
So, and it really is a celebration. That's exactly what it's meant to be, isn't it? So,
awesome.
Yeah. No, I you know, some people, you speak to a lot of people, and a lot of people say, I'm not bothered about getting married. As well, you know, I'm like, dude, the way we did it was like the best thing. It was the best. I often wish that we could just do it again.
I'd love to.
If I suddenly, you know, if something went really well and suddenly had, like, you know, an exponential sum of money, I would honestly just do it again.
Yeah.
I would do it again. I wouldn't obviously get married again, but I'd throw the same sort of party. It would kill me.
No, but that's what a wedding should be like. That's what that you don't resent anything. You don't. You want to do it again. Like that means you've planned it good. You've done it good.
So you can really look back on the day and see some amazing photos.
Credit to you, John.
And videographer obviously as well.
They deserve a shout out. They did it. They did a good job as well. Very, very much so.
Because it goes so quickly, you do want that time to look back at some really good photos and videos of it, so you can just remember it again. And
exactly, that's a good point. Choose wise. Choose wisely. Because, like, you know,
stuff
you use
like the
night and day,
photography, videography,
day and night.
Day and night.
Yeah.
I always call you night and day. It's off that damn film, isn't it? Choose day and night. Cut the other bit out. Choose day and night, and, you know, just pick wisely, because I mean, there's so much choice out there.
What would you like? Any advice on picking something? Like, not necessarily photographer or videographer, just like, how did you go about picking them?
So, I mean, you know, the advent of the internet, I mean, you can just a lot of reviews, go and test stuff out. These wedding fairs are handy.
Yeah.
But I mean, we didn't find Villiers due to a wedding fair.
Say pick wisely, with especially stuff like photography, because you want good photos.
Yeah.
Go to wedding fairs, obviously, and, you know, they are handy.
And spend good money on things that matter. Like, don't think, oh, I'll go with that photographer because they're a bit cheaper. They're probably cheaper for a reason. I know it sounds really bad, but it's just like, you know, it's you want to go for a good supplier.
You can do your research, right? You can look at your work. I mean, I know you said not specifically about this or that, but you can look at various. You know, the internet's everyone's friend now, isn't it? You can do a load of research. Yeah. And it can be a bit awkward because someone's experience is not indicative of every time. So someone might just have one bad experience or whatever else. So just do a bit of research, do loads of, like, you know, checking up and all that sort of stuff.
Spend the most money on the things that matter, the venue.
Yeah. And I guess that's going to be different for other people as well, isn't it? So it's going to
of course,
definitely. Matter to somebody else. I mean, we've been to weddings where there's only been a few people, been to weddings where there's been tons. Yeah. You know what I mean? So kind of like the size of it doesn't always matter at all, is what she said. Been watching The Office way too much, haven't I? But yeah, no, I think kind of like just be wise, be thorough. I think that's the thing.
Yeah. Cool.
Recommendations are always good, aren't they? As well.
Yeah, definitely. Recommendations are worth their weight in gold, literally, aren't they? I mean, you know, if anyone ever asks us, you know, who to use for wedding photography, we always use all band videography. You know, so, you know, I think just be wise.
Yeah.
Don't rush as well. You know what I mean? If it kind of like, you know, if it gets to a point where you're really rushing stuff, you probably might make a mistake. Yeah. So I'd say try and plan it as well as you can. Give yourself some lead time.
Unless you're in a rush to get married for whatever reason.
It's good. Well, whatever you guys done, it worked out. Yeah. So all good.
Right, yeah.
Nice.
Wicked. Well, thanks for chatting.
Oh, that's okay.
Thanks for your time, mate. Enjoyed it indeed.
Yeah, nice.
Wicked. Awesome.
Oh, lovely.
That's pretty much it.
Cheers, my mate.
Wonderful.
Yeah, awesome.
He was good, wasn't he? He was
really good.
Apart from at the end.
I just realised my top was like that the whole time. I think I'm going to make it look like I'm really fat.
No.
I'll just zoom in on your face.